Welcome to your free English lesson. This series will focus on determiners. This lesson will cover quantifiers. It is important to write when you are asked to. It helps you to learn. You can use a whiteboard, but ideally a notebook would be best. That way, you can keep a record of your learning. There are 5 intended learning outcomes to achieve by the end of the lesson. 1. We are learning that determiners are words that come before a noun phrase. 2. We are learning that determiners introduce and modify a noun in a noun phrase. 3. We are learning that determiners give information about a person or thing such as definiteness, quantity, possession, or proximity. 4. We are learning that quantifiers tell us about the quantity of uncountable nouns. 5. We are learning that quantifiers tell us about the number of countable nouns. A determiner is a function word placed before a noun or before adjectives that describe the noun to clarify what the noun refers to. Determiners do not stand alone. They work with nouns to form noun phrases. Determiners anchor the noun in context. They make the noun more precise and communicative. Quantifiers are words or phrases that indicate quantity, how much or how many of a noun without giving the exact number. They are used before nouns or adjectives describing a noun to show amount, number, or degree. They can be used with countable and uncountable nouns. A countable noun is a noun that refers to things we can count individually as separate items. Uncountable nouns, also known as mass nouns, refer to something we cannot count as separate individual items because it is seen as a whole, a mass, or an abstract concept. Determiners help to answer questions like which one, whose, how many, or how much. Is it specific or general? Quantifiers specify how many or how much. Some quantifiers can only be used with countable nouns. I will read each word or phrase. I will pause. When I pause, you say the word or phrase. Many, several, a few, few, very few, the few, both, each, every, a number of. Some quantifiers can only be used with uncountable nouns. I will read each word or phrase. I will pause. When I pause, you say the word or phrase. Much, little, a little, very little, a great deal of, a bit of, the least. Some quantifiers can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. I will read each word or phrase. I will pause. When I pause, you say the word or phrase. Some, any, no, a lot of, lots of, plenty of, enough, all, most, half, more, the majority of. A countable noun is a noun that refers to things we can count individually as separate items. Here are their features. 1. They have singular and plural forms. For example, singular, a book, an apple, a chair. Plural, 2 books, several apples, many chairs. 2. They can be used with numbers. For example, 3 dogs, 10 cars, 25 students. 3. In the singular form, they require a definite or indefinite article, a, an, or the, or another determiner. For example, I bought a pen. Examples of countable nouns include people and animals, such as doctor, officer, parent, turtle, snake. Objects, such as book, chair, pen, phone, car, train. And food items, but only when they are seen as separate units, such as apple, egg, sandwich, orange, tomato. An uncountable noun is a noun that refers to something we cannot count as separate individual items because it is seen as a whole, a mass, or an abstract concept. Here are their features. 1. They do not have plural forms. For example, water, sugar, information. 2. They cannot be used with numbers directly. For example, 1 glass of water, 2 teaspoons of sugar. 3. They often need quantifiers or containers to express quantity. For example, 3 cups of coffee, a piece of advice. 4. They take singular verbs. For example, the information is useful. Money was stolen. Examples of uncountable nouns include substances and materials, such as water, rice, bread, milk, oil, gold. Abstract ideas, such as advice, knowledge, information, love, happiness. General categories, for example, furniture, luggage, traffic, equipment, clothing. Let's look at many. It means a large number and is used with countable nouns. Here is how many is used in example sentences. I don't have many friends here. How many chairs do we need? Let's look at a few, few, and very few. A few means some, a small number. and it is positive. Few means not many, almost none, and it is negative. Very few emphasises not many or not enough. They are used with countable nouns. Here is how they are used in example sentences. I have a few ideas. Few people understood the lecture. Very few cars were on the road. Let's look at several. It means more than a few, but not many, about 3 to 7. It is used with countable nouns. Here is how several is used in example sentences. She visited several countries. We found several mistakes in the report. Let's look at a number of. It means some or several, and it is formal. It is used with countable nouns. Here is how a number of is used in example sentences. A number of students were absent. We faced a number of challenges. Let's look at each and every. They mean all individuals in a group. Each is considered separately. Every is considered as a whole group. They are used with countable nouns. Here is how each and every are used in example sentences. Each student has a different assignment. Every child needs care. Let's look at both. It means two things together and is used with countable nouns. Here is how both is used in example sentences. I like both books. Both teachers are experienced. Let's look at fewer and the few. Fewer means a smaller number. The few emphasises a limited group. They are used with countable nouns. Here are some examples of how fewer and the few are used in example sentences. There are fewer errors than before. He used the few opportunities he had. Let's look at much. It means a large amount, usually in negative sentences and questions. It is used with uncountable nouns. Here is how much is used in example sentences. I don't have much time. How much water do you need? Let's look at a little, little, and very little. A little means a small but sufficient amount. Little means almost none, not enough. And very little emphasises almost none or not enough. They are used with uncountable nouns. Here is how a little, little, and very little are used in example sentences. I have a little money. We have little hope left. There is very little information. Let's look at a great deal of. It means a large amount, and it is formal. It is used with uncountable nouns. Here is how a great deal of is used in example sentences. He has a great deal of patience. They spent a great deal of money. Let's look at a bit of. It means a small amount and is informal and casual. It is used with uncountable nouns. Here is how a bit of is used in example sentences. Could you give me a bit of advice? I need a bit of rest. Let's look at less and the least. A smaller amount is less, and the smallest amount is the least. They are used with uncountable nouns. Here is how less and the least are used in example sentences. We should drink less coffee at night. That is the least money I can accept. Let's look at some and any. Some means a quantity in positive statements. Any means a quantity in questions and negatives. They are used with countable and uncountable nouns. Here is how some and any are used in example sentences. I have some apples. I have some milk. Do you have any sugar? I don't have any books. Let's look at no. It means zero quantity and is used with countable and uncountable nouns. Here is how no is used in example sentences. There are no students in the class. We have no information. Let's look at a lot of and lots of. They mean a large quantity. They are informal and positive and are used with countable and uncountable nouns. Here is how a lot of and lots of are used in example sentences. She has a lot of friends. We made lots of progress. Let's look at plenty of. It means more than enough and is used with countable and uncountable nouns. Here is how plenty of is used in example sentences. We have plenty of chairs. There is plenty of room for everyone. Let's look at enough. It means sufficient quantity and is used with countable and uncountable nouns. Here is how enough is used in example sentences. Do we have enough water? There aren't enough books. Let's look at all, most, more, half, the majority of. They refer to parts or whole groups and are used with countable and uncountable nouns. Here are some countable noun examples. All students, most people, more chairs, half the class, the majority of voters. Here are some uncountable noun examples. All information, most time, more sugar, half the money, the majority of work. Write these sentences. Fill in the blanks with the correct quantifier. The quantifier options are many, a few, few, very few, several, a number of, each, every, both, fewer, the few. 1. We made mistakes in the exam. 2. She has close friends to support her. 3. Student received a certificate. 4. There are people in the hall than expected. 5. He never forgets to call of his parents. There is an extender for anybody who would like to challenge themselves. There are several different answers. Write more than one sentence for each. Exercise 4 has only one option. Pause the video. The next slide contains the answers. Check your answers. Number 1. We made many mistakes in the exam. We made a few mistakes in the exam. We made few mistakes in the exam. We made very few mistakes in the exam. We made several mistakes in the exam. We made a number of mistakes in the exam. We made fewer mistakes in the exam. 2. She has many close friends to support her. She has a few close friends to support her. She has few close friends to support her. She has very few close friends to support her. She has several close friends to support her. She has a number of close friends to support her. 3. Each student received a certificate. Every student received a certificate. 4. There are fewer people in the hall than expected. 5. He never forgets to call each of his parents. He never forgets to call both of his parents. Write these sentences. Fill in the blanks with the correct quantifier. Your quantifier options are much, a little, little, very little, a great deal of, a bit of, less, the least. Number 1. I don't have time to waste. 2. She gave me advice before the interview. 3. There is hope left. We should not give up. 4. He has patience. He can wait for hours. 5. This is important information. Pause the video. The next slide contains the answers. Check your answers. 1. I don't have much time to waste. 2. She gave me a little advice before the interview. She gave me little advice before the interview. She gave me very little advice before the interview. She gave me a great deal of advice before the interview. She gave me a bit of advice before the interview. 3. There is little hope left. We should not give up. 4. He has a great deal of patience. He can wait for hours. 5. This is the least important information. Write these sentences. Fill in the blanks with the correct quantifier. Your quantifier options are some, any, no, a lot of, lots of, plenty of, enough, all, most, more, half, the majority of. Number 1. Do you have water? 2. There are chairs for everyone. 3. She has experience. 4. We need practice. 5. The people here are my classmates. Here is an extender for anybody who would like to challenge themselves. There are several different answers. Write more than one sentence for each. Pause the video. The next slide contains the answers. Check your answers. Number 1. Do you have some water? Do you have any water? Do you have enough water? Do you have more water? 2. There are plenty of chairs for everyone. There are enough chairs for everyone. 3. She has some experience. She has no experience. She has a lot of experience. She has lots of experience. She has enough experience. She has more experience. 4. We need some practice. We need a lot of practice. We need lots of practice. We need plenty of practice. We need more practice. 5. Some of the people here are my classmates. Most of the people here are my classmates. A lot of the people here are my classmates. Plenty of the people here are my classmates. All of the people here are my classmates. Half the people here are my classmates. The majority of the people here are my classmates. With some of, and most of. The of is used when referring to a specific group or portion of something. In this sentence, out of all the people, a portion are the speaker's classmates. Thank you for watching this video. Watch it as many times as you need to master the intended learning outcomes. I hope that the content helped you to learn more about quantifiers. Please like and subscribe for more lessons. There is a lot to learn, so don't give up. Keep believing in yourself, and you will learn. See you next time. Bye.